I come to bury 15, not to praise it. Actually, I don't want to vilify 15. I'm just here to make you feel a little uneasy about it. You know, it's not that bad a number, really. Now, it is a lucky number, which he failed to mention, but it is also a deficient number because the sum of the factors are less than 2n. Going away from mathematics somewhat, in Hebrew, the numbering system does not refer to 15 as 10 and 5, which is what they do for 13, 14, 16, and 17. It's called 9 and 6, because 10 and 5 is pronounced Yod-He, which sounds suspiciously like the name of God. So, there you go. It turns out if you're counting 15, I've just had this verified, if you're counting 15 stones, you would actually say Chames Ezra. So there's another word for 15 if you want to be that way. Knuth recommended doing lateral Bible studies by looking at the 16th verse of the 3rd chapter of every book of the Bible. So let's look at Genesis 3:15. Genesis 3:15. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and he will strike the heel. I decided not to continue my Bible study. Who would like to be famous for just 15 minutes? Phosphorus, the atomic number, 15, is so darn reactive that it doesn't even occur on Earth by itself. It's true. And it's also known as Lucifer. In the good old days, a tip was just 15%. Sam Lloyd's infamous 15 puzzle, with 14 and 15 reversed, wasted vast amounts of time and made the public question the trustworthiness of puzzlers. The average employer spends 15 seconds on each job application. James Buchanan, the 15th president of the United States, he was often ranked the worst president of all, but he does compete with Donald Trump and Andrew Jackson for that honor. He fought the Mormons, appointed political hacks, bent over backwards to appease the South, and most of his cabinet joined the Confederacy. Rugby union teams have a rare number, 15 members on their teams, and it's a blood sport. Give blood, play rugby. Kentucky was the 15th state, and the flag with 15 stars and 15 stripes was considered so ugly that there was no flag with 16, 17, 18, or 19 stars. The 15th Amendment granted blacks the right to vote, but was so narrow that it left open huge loopholes to disenfranchise by other means. Now this is a little quiz here. Prince, Sheena Easton, Judas Priest, Vanity, Motley Crue, AC/DC, Twisted Sister, Madonna, Wasp, Def Leppard, Merciful Fate, Black Sabbath, Mary Jane Girls, Venom, and Cyndi Lauper. What did they have in common? They were Tipper Gore's Filthy 15. All right. Now there's a popular meme which goes, maybe you weren't such a terrible person, maybe you were just 15. And there's our famous poet has written, and you might find that you find who you're supposed to be. I didn't know who I was supposed to be at 15. Anybody know who a popular poet is? Taylor Swift, yes, exactly, of course. Now, CDC determined at 15 years old, you feel a lot of sadness and depression leading to poor grades in school, alcohol and drug abuse, and unsafe sex. And we still, in 32 states, allow 15-year-olds to drive. On average, women sleep 15 minutes longer than men. 15 men on a dead man's chest. That's a fictional sea shanty made up entirely by Robert Louis Stevenson. It turns out that Blackbeard did maroon 15 men on a British Virgin Island with the unlikely name of Dead Man's Chest. He left them there for a month with a sword and a bottle of rum, hoping they would kill each other, but they all survived. The tarot card for 15 is called the Devil. The devil is portrayed with breasts, a face on his belly, eyes on his knees, lion's feet, male genitalia, bat-like wings, and antlers. Pretty disgusting guy. A cockroach can survive for 15 minutes underwater. Beware the Ides of March. Recall, the Ides were only on the 15th of March, July, October, and May. And 2 years earlier, Julius Caesar had changed the date of New Year's from the Ides of March. If he hadn't done that, they would be partying instead of assassinating him. Now, what happened on the Ides of March also? Well, Louis XV invaded England. That's not about the only good thing Louis XV might have done. Hitler invaded Czechoslovakia. The riots erupted in Watts. But we're all smart enough here to know that you can pick any date and play this kind of cherry-picking game. And I want to finish echoing something that was said earlier, that Serena Williams said, compared to 15, love is nothing.